So today to unbox, we have another official KWA gas blowback replica. If you saw the picture on the thumbnail, you probably know what it is. This was a Christmas gift, so it's not a sponsored video, and this replica has been out for quite some time. The KWA kz.61 Scorpion, a super iconic replica. Comes with their typical KWA packaging, the brown box, and the foam. Look at that. Let's get this out of the box. We'll put the box aside. You got the mag. And then we'll do a deeper portion of the review. The hop-up tool. Some nonsense BBs, and it does look like they give you a little bit of silicone oil, I guess. I don't know. I'll be using my own stuff. If you don't know, you do now. This is the stuff you need. That Super Lube multi-purpose synthetic grease. So getting a little bit deeper into the KWA kz.61, we'll just take an overview of all the parts and stuff. So you got this plastic grip that's completely vertical. It feels nice and solid in the hand. It's actually super comfortable. I love the grooves and the positioning of it. And it does have some nice deep indents as well. So it should be nice and comfortable in the hand for long periods of time. It's got this super aggressive metal trigger guard and trigger. Let's take a look at the build of these. That is steel, and the trigger is also maybe some sort of aluminum. It is not steel. Moving up into the lower portion of the receiver, it would appear is aluminum. All of your pins are steel. However, you could feel a little bit of drag of the magnet. Your fire selector switch down here is maybe some sort of aluminum. Your upper receiver is also some sort of an aluminum. Your charging handles on both sides are aluminum. The stock is steel. Your sights are steel. The back sight is not. It's aluminum, and that actually looks like it's built into the upper receiver. And the outer barrel is aluminum as well. Moving into the mag, also aluminum. And it looks like the feed lips are plastic. So the kz.61 Scorpion. How does this guy function? It is a small pistol-style SMG, I believe it classifies as, and it does have the stock, which you just pop off these two prongs, and you can fold outwards. All of your functioning parts. You have your fire selector switch. This is your safety. In safety mode, you cannot charge the handle, and you cannot move the trigger. However, in semi, you can charge your handle, and your trigger does function. And then, obviously, same thing with full auto. You can charge your handle, and the trigger does function. Charging handle, this is just how the Scorpion is designed. It's not KWA's replica fault. It's just kind of a weird charging handle. I don't really know how I feel about it. I feel like I'm going to get stuck and pinched up in here, but you just grab by both sides and pull it back. It's a super smooth charge. Feels nice and snappy. It's a decently short travel. As for your trigger, see where that wall is. There's a little give, and then it breaks, and your reset. There is none. That's interesting. Okay, so there's no trigger reset. It does have a slightly adjustable flip-up sight. Looks like 150 yards and 75 yards. And then it does look like this guy is adjustable as well, with a screw either up or down. As for the rest of your functioning parts, you do have the stock. In order to fold it in the way that I feel is the best, you just have to pull in the left side of the stock to release it from this clip. So if you push in and hold the receiver here, it will fold nice and easily and then clasps back over. And then right here is your mag release. It is not ambidextrous by any means. Insert the mag, obviously we just toss this guy straight in. It's a super tight fit, and there's no wiggle to that at all. It ain't coming out anywhere. Obviously with a little bit more use, that'll be a little less tight, I would assume, but that is a beautiful fit. Cheers to KWA. Holy. Now, obviously, there's no BBs in this guy. Something to keep in mind is there's no bolt release. So when you do charge it without any rounds inside the chamber, when you pull this guy back out, fill with rounds again, and place this in, I don't have rounds in here, but you are going to have to charge it again to get that guy functioning. So you notice how it stays locked. There's no bolt release. Now, one thing I'm not too positive on is this guy right here. If you notice, it disappears on safety, pops out a little bit on semi, and then pops out a lot on full auto. I'm not too sure what that is. We're going to test that out when we get outside. That seems like it's something functional, so obviously, like I said, when we do the test firing later on in this video, we'll try to figure out what goes on over there. Overall, this is a super sturdy little beast. I'm so excited to go fire it. Now, the one downside about a lot of KWA's older replicas, and I don't really know how the newer replicas fare, if they also do this. Obviously, we all like our good old school TDC hop-up. But KWA seems to enjoy this super annoying hop-up tool, where you do need to carry this sucker around, or I guess a flathead screwdriver, to adjust the hop-up. Now all you gotta do, charge the handle, and if you see in there, you see those teeth on the hop-up wheel? You have to get that guy in there and pull it out, twist, in order to engage the hop-up. It's kind of a pain in the butt, so don't lose this unless you want to stick a screwdriver in there and risk breaking the inside of the teeth. So sadly, filming outside just was not going to plan. It's just below like 20 degrees here, and obviously the gas replicas aren't fighting the best outside. You'll probably be using this indoor, which is a plus because indoor fields tend to be a little bit warmer, especially during the winter. And if you had red gas, that would definitely help. But all I have access to right now is green gas, so that's what we're going to use. That's what we're going to test it with. Now, if you didn't know already, the KWA mags, they all have this cool feature where when you pull them down, they lock at the bottom with the follower, so you can load BBs nice and easily. And then when you want to apply pressure to the BBs to the top again, you just press the button and release, and it drives all the way up to the feed lips. Next, we're going to crank this guy up full of green gas. We're going to take the back and hold it till we can't hear it anymore. Now, I am aware these mags hold about 20 rounds at a perfect stack. They do have larger ones they sell that stack 40 rounds, but I kind of like the mini ones, and size doesn't matter. So we're going to throw this guy in semi, charge it, and I want to see how many mags we can get out of one gas fill on semi to start. Super snappy, and the trigger, there's just like no noticeable break. Yeah, it's so smooth. Another thing, this does reciprocate. That's just how the Scorpion works, so keep your hands out of the way. You really got to hold it weird. And there's nowhere for a foregrip either, which is interesting. Awesome. It locked back. Take the mag out. Let's fill with some more rounds. We're still on our first gas fill. This is our second BB fill. We're going to load it into the Scorpion. Again, there's no bolt release, so you have to recharge the handle again. And we'll give it another go. Still super snappy. There's not a lot of recoil, but for a machine pistol, I mean, that's not bad. Dude, that bolt moves. And we did lock back a second time. Fully ran through the mag. Let's fill it with BBs again. That locking mechanism is so nice. It doesn't destroy your fingernails like some other mags do. Back in, charge the handle. This is mag 3. Oh, I don't think we're pushing enough gas to push the bolt back. There is some rounds in there, but it isn't feeding. And the hammer drops, so 2 3/4 of a mag. That's pretty impressive. Up next on the list is everybody's favorite feature, fun mode. And if you don't know, I'll make sure you do. For some reason, due to gas efficiency, a lot of gas replicas have a hard time getting through full auto. It's not the most efficient, but it is the most fun. So we'll charge the handle, and I don't know, let's just
let loose. Keep in mind the mag has had no time to cool down, so. Damn. With 1 BB left in the chamber, and it didn't lock back. Again, bear in mind the mag hasn't had much time to cool down, but that's not too bad. Now again, with no time for cooldown, let's try another mag and give it a little bit of like some bursting. I don't know how it's gonna go. I did just gas out, so the O-rings may be a little bit cold now, and you can see my fingerprints on the mag. It's like that vapor on it, but without further ado. Ooh, and it did lock back. And it does turn out that burst is much more friendly. Now this is the same mag. I have not filled with any gas. Let's go for burst again. See if we can get through a second mag. Oh, no way. We're down to that 1 round again, but it basically finished the mag, it just didn't lock back, which still isn't really a big deal. It's pretty gas efficient, and you have to recharge the handle again anyway. That's crazy impressive. And I love that even when I'm in a smaller space, I can compact this guy. That's insane. So yeah, the KWA Scorpion is an absolute monster. This thing is super cool, and I think the only thing that would make this cooler is a AW adapter for a gas drum mag. I don't like HPA. I don't really like umbilical cords hanging off my replicas, so I don't know, someone with a CNC machine, make it happen.